we are with the Pendulum Magicians, the Zarc OTK, and we're going to get to see a little bit of an evolution of the deck through these couple of duels, as we got a series of new cards to play with that increases the consistency and the power ceiling of this deck by quite a lot. One of those cards, namely being Red Eye's Dark Dragoon, finally coming back to Master Duel, and Konami messed up by unbanning Verde Anaconda, making this mean, nasty combo in the Pendulums. See, normally when you would try to go and summon Red Eye's Dark Dragoon with Red Eye's Fusion, you would be locked into only being able to summon that one monster for the entire turn. But the Pendulums have a very fun way of getting around that, playing with the Link monster known as Verde Anaconda. Verde allows us to send the Red Eye's Fusion spell card and activate its effect without taking that same unable to special summon effect, so we can make a big board and then make Verde and end with a huge board and Dragoon, and then throw something like Secret Village on top of that inside the Pendulum Magicians build. So the Secret Village locks the opponent out of being able to activate any spell cards. Well, that was a quick little OTK for the Pendulums in the first duel. Go to duel number 2. And funny enough, we are going against a pure Red Eye's Dragoon deck, and we absolutely walk over it with the Pendulum Magicians Dragoon. Yes, we are gonna dog walk them. Here's the Pendulums going off. We're gonna make Electromite. Also, them unbanning Electromite and Verde is like, this is like top tier Pendulums right now. We got Dragoon, Secret Village, Verde, and Electromite. I mean, we're chilling. We're looking great all the time. It just adds so much consistency to the deck. Ridiculous. There's another kill shot. Turn 2, literally 1 turn kill. They went first, we went second, they died. We're going to game number 3. Now here, we did not get a great hand, but immediately within putting the Dragoon package into the deck, we hard draw into the Dark Magician. And without thinking about it too much, we use Pendulum Call, discarding the Dark Magician, and then we try and make Verde later. But we cannot activate Verde's effect because we discarded the Dark Magician, part of the combo. It's unfortunate that you cannot send any other Red Eye's effect monster through the effect when it states that on how you can summon the card, but for whatever reason, when summoning it, you can't actually use a Red Eye's Fusion or Red Eye's effect monster from the deck. It has to be just the Red Eye's Black Dragon normal monster. It'd be a lot better if you didn't have to have that brick of a Red Eye's Black Dragon and you could just use a Red Eye's effect monster, but I don't know. I guess they had to limit it some way. But when you read the well, yeah, I mean, yeah, right. But like when you read the card, it does not specify that you can't do that, but it's just a ruling that they made on how the card works. There's nothing on the card that says you can't use a Red Eyes effect monster as the effect. It's a ruling. It's just how they do it. I'm not exactly sure why that's the ruling, but I'm sure it's to do with power creeping it a little bit because it is very powerful. Anybody who can run it is running it. We used the triple tactical talents to send his reinforcements back to the deck after he hit us with the max C. Yeah, no reinforcements for this guy. He's playing a Galaxy Eyes deck, but he's trying to play under this evil lock within the Pendulum Magicians. This one card called the 5 Rainbow Magician, which is kind of ridiculous because we're making Dragoon under the 5 Rainbow Magician. The opponent scoops, completely just fucking scoops. So we made the Dragoon that we were just talking about earlier that's undestroyable by card effects, untargetable by card effects. It can destroy 2 monsters a turn and inflict damage equal to their attack to your opponent and still attack, and it can discard a card to negate anything that your opponent does once per turn and gain 1,000 attack when it does that. It's kind of ridiculous, but hell yeah, it is. It's a power trip for sure. But then it can play with the 5 Rainbow Magician in the spell and trap card zone, which the 5 Rainbow Magician is kind of simple. It just says if you or your opponent do not control a set card on the field, then your monsters cannot activate effects or attack. So these people, they don't even read the 5 Rainbow Magician. They just start summoning monsters, and they're like, why can't I activate effects? And then they read the 5 Rainbow Magician, and they don't have any. Sometimes they don't have any spells or traps to set, but when they do, that's how they get out of the lock. At least until we remove their spells and traps or they use them. There's the Verde Anaconda again. And here we're kind of learning how to play still. We've updated the deck. I'm pretty sure at this point we took out the Red Eyes Insight and the Red Eyes Soul because it didn't work out. Like we were talking about that power trip earlier, that you gotta have the normal brick cards in there to make sure it's not too overpowered. It is a hard brick though when you draw a Dark Magician or the Red Eyes Black Dragon in your starting hand and you're just like, oh gosh. Here we go with duel number 6. We start off with a pretty decent hand. The opponent, however, has the Ash Blossom hand trap waiting on us, waiting and ready. He stopped the Chronograph Sorcerer, but he could not stop the Pendulum Call. We'll make the Electromite and search the 5 Rainbow Magician so we can lock the opponent into the 5 Rainbow Magician lock, and he just sees us going into all of this and scoops right on up. Doesn't even try. Doesn't want no more of it. We'll go to duel number 7. Yes, duel number 7. The final victory in the 7-win streak for the Pendulum Magician OTK. This is a decent hand. Not too bad. But we just decide to do a little setup. Make Verde, make Dragoon. Set time pendulum graph. And we are prepared. Alrighty, I see Kashtira, and we chain Max C, so we'll draw a card every single time our opponent special summons. And Kashtira likes to special summon a lot, so we're going to draw a lot of cards. Now I'm waiting for the right time to activate time pendulum graph here, because I don't want him to have the rule Kalos. It's a negation on the field. And we got to get rid of his set trap card back there. But this deck still has a lot of gas, dude. He just keeps special summoning more stuff. And we're up to 6 cards in our hand now. 7 cards, and he's still special summoning. 8 cards. 9 cards. Yep, 9 cards in our hand. He's still going. He's still special summoning. We'll take 10 cards. Yeah, we'll take 10 cards in hand. 11 cards. 11 cards in hand now. He's still going. This guy has special summoned so many times. And this was after I negated with Dragoon and popped 2 of his cards with a time pendulum graph. And we're up to 13 cards in hand. 14 cards in hand. Now he's going to blow up our entire field. He banishes our entire field. The Dragoon, the Scales, everything. Everything's gone. He banishes our entire graveyard too, and his entire field to make topological Zero Boros with 11,200 attack. We have 15 cards in our hand. 16! We draw for turn. 16 cards in hand, dude. We absolutely go off. But you know the only card we use is Alpha, the Master of Beasts, which allows us to special summon itself, send it back to hand, and return 1 monster the opponent controls to the extra deck. We returned his Zero Boros, and he quit. We drew 15 cards, and all it took was 1 to make this guy quit. What in the world? One card. Drew 16, only needed 1 card to shut this dude off. Just be like, no more of that. We'll go to the 8th and final duel, the loss, for the Pendulum Magician OTK. Yeah, that last duel was absolutely bonkers. Now we get into a grind fest with this Evil Twin deck, and we actually kind of lock ourselves into that 5 Rainbow Magician lock that we were talking about earlier. This time though, we've got Secret Village along with it, and we've got plenty of Pendulum monsters, but we just don't ever end up getting a spell or a trap card that we can set so that we can get out of our own 5 Rainbow Magician lock. It was actually, just bad luck in general, not getting one singular spell or trap card through this whole grind to get us out of the lock. But our opponent almost couldn't do anything. They were just sitting under this 5 Rainbow Magician lock, unable to activate any effects or attack, while they just make Link Monster after Link Monster. They've already made almost half of their extra deck already. They've put on the field and can't do anything with it. It's just unfortunate that 5 Rainbow Magician has us locked down because we're not drawing any of our spell or trap cards. Not seeing a single one. But that 5 Rainbow Magician is so powerful, it's limited to only 1 copy. Yeah, it's a bit of a ridiculous card. But I think I know what we need to do. I'm going to add a couple more spells and traps. So hopefully I don't run into this travesty of a situation too much more often, but I'm definitely going to learn from this experience and remember, if I do lock the 5 Rainbow Magician over there, I definitely need to decide if I have a spell or trap in hand, and how long do I want to be locked under my own 5 Rainbow Magician if the opponent can get out of it, which is what they eventually do here, because they finally find one of their spells or traps, set it face down, and now they can attack and activate effects. So he's attacking me, hitting me in the face. I'm down to 3,800 life points. They're still at 8k, and I've lost most of my board. Well, all except the 5 Rainbow Magician and Time Gazer Magician. We make Verde, and for whatever reason, we can't make Dragoon here. So that's because the 5 Rainbow Magician still has this effect locked with no set cards. If we would have been able to make Dragoon here, we would have been able to turn the game around and kill him on this turn probably. But unfortunately, the 5 Rainbow Magician lock is kind of ridiculous. He makes his own copy of Red Eye's Dark Dragoon, still under the 5 Rainbow Magician lock, and we're going to use Dogoran, the Mad Flame Kaiju, to tribute his monster off. We don't want him to have one of those. You go ahead and get that shit out of here. It is just so unfortunate to see how long we are locked into this 5 Rainbow Magician. But it gives me some nasty ideas though, because if they have to control a set card to be able to get out of the lock, I could just be setting on a time pendulum graph, and as soon as they go to set a card, pop that set card, and they're back to doing fuck all. Yeah, I think we got some evil intentions in store for this deck in the future. But so far, with a 7 win streak, I'm thinking that they are definitely going to make it past the semifinals into the finals of the tournament. The win streak like that, I think they will make it to the finals. Anyway, that's the end. Peace out, folks.